everybody. You're on air with Eryn on Hot 106.7, and I'm here with...
Fly by midnight.
Yeah, baby.
Hello, you guys. Welcome to Nashville.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
You're here to write.
We are, and to hang out with you guys now. Yeah.
And here to hang out with us.
Yeah,
what a
caveat.
treat. No better place to be to write. What are you working on?
Yeah, so we put out an album, what was it, October?
Of last year, yeah,
Yeah.
2021.
Yeah, and now we're back working on the next wave. Yeah, we're working on new music and trying to get a couple songs out before potentially tour. So, yeah.
That is so exciting. That's right. You guys go on tour next month with Teddy Swims, right?
Wow.
Pretty wild, yeah.
Next month. You just
Crept
reminded
up
me.
on us, yeah.
It is almost here. That is so
Yeah,
exciting.
and we get to play in Nashville. It's our first show in Nashville ever, and it's sold out, and we're excited, and, hopefully get you guys out, too.
Yes, you'll be here May 6th.
We
That's
will.
so
Yep.
exciting.
Yeah.
So you've been flying by midnight since 2015, very much soaring here. And so with this tour coming up, how has touring evolved for you two over the years? Surely you do things differently now that you're more experts than maybe when you first started.
That's a good question. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for us, I feel like, when we first started out, it was just kind of working out what our setup looked like. And at this point, I feel like we have a pretty good grasp on it. Even just subtle things on stage just to give it a little character. We have a little sign now that's got our little cursive
Yeah,
logo.
cursive logo, yeah.
Something to make it pop. But I think honestly, just our banter on stage is, something for us to connect with fans. It's something we've worked on a lot. And other than our music, obviously, I think that's just something that makes it a little more personal for us.
Yeah, I also think, the idea of traveling on tour is, of course, like, we're so grateful to do this for a living and get to meet fans every night. But it's a little bit taxing on you. And I think we've learned, because we went on tour last year and we did 32 cities, which is honestly a longer tour than this one coming up. So I feel like we got through that one. So now, yeah, it's definitely an adjustment. We're studio rats naturally. So to go on the road and, every night, because we make an effort to try to meet every fan after a show and give them the same energy, which is, a beautiful, rewarding challenge.
And all doing that without getting like a shower every night.
Yeah.
It starts catching up to you.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the road life is very different than the studio life. And I feel like we were studio recording artists, more in the beginning than we were tour artists. So this tour coming up with Teddy is exactly what, exactly the sort of tours that we want, because Teddy's our boy. Like, this is not a label set this up. We wrote a song. I don't know if we're allowed to say this, but we're saying it anyway. We wrote a song for him that is coming out with him, and we built that relationship in the studio together. And he texted us one day and said, "Boys, you want to tour together?" So that's like those are the sort of tours you want to see, right? The ones where the headliner and the opener are homies, and it's like collective thing, not just like some political put together sort of thing.
Well, this tour sounds like a perfect recipe for magic, being so close with Teddy, and then what you said about meeting your fans after the shows. That's really special, and that's awesome that you guys do that. So speaking of which, getting to do what you love for a living, you mentioned that. You guys are independent artists. You always have been, right? And for people that are successful artists like yourself, I feel some people may just be like, oh, all successful artists get to where they are the same way. Oh, they blew up, right? But I want you to put into perspective what that means to reach the goals that you've already reached, to be doing what you're doing as independent artists, because that's a big deal.
Yeah, I think it's funny because the two of us, we're such workhorses that we don't really take a second to appreciate what we've accomplished. And those little moments that we do, I think it's cool to reflect on. Like you said, just since we started this thing, it was kind of like a necessity more than what we preferred. We do our own videos. We come up with our own artworks. We obviously make our music. So yeah, it was at the start of it. It was more like we don't have the budget for it, and we're just gonna figure out how to do it ourselves. And it turned into a thing where we still do it to this day, and it's more of a craft, and we appreciate that side of it more now.
Yeah, I think also as we've written for other artists that are on labels, we've learned a lot of creative limitations when you do bring on other partners onto your project. And I mean, for us, it's like any entrepreneur, right? This is our baby. Fly by Midnight is what we put our entire brain space into, and we just surround ourselves with people on our team, like our publisher, like our manager, like our lawyer, that fully understand the project. And maybe one day, there will be a label that really completely gets it. But we've turned down some offers from teams that just I don't think they fully understand what we're doing, and we're just grateful that yeah, we're grateful that we're able to pay our bills doing what we love, and that's just solely because of the fans. Like the fact that on Spotify now, it's like our new dorky thing we're into, but like you get to see how many people are listening in that moment, and for us, like the fact that we get that sort of gratification that this is how many people are listening right now to us all throughout the world, like that's why we're doing what we're doing.
Wow.
You know? Yeah.
That's so incredible, especially being in a place like Nashville right now where there are so many independent artists that hope to achieve what you're literally doing right now. For any artists that are listening that live in Nashville, what advice would you give them? What would you want them to know about your success and your journey?
Yeah, I feel like, especially in Nashville, being it's such a community, I feel like you guys have it very much figured out of, surrounding yourself with like-minded people. And I think that's why Fly By Midnight works. That Slavo and we're best friends, we're like brothers, but we are quite different. And we complement our project in a lot of ways. So my advice always is, I have two very things I like throwing out. One, don't say you worked all day on something unless you actually put 24 hours into it. Because when we say we worked all day, that means we didn't get sleep that night. And two, just surround yourself with badass people. I think that goes a long way. What would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I think our success up to this point has stemmed from collaboration. Even just the two of us having each other, we're both very good at what we do. Separately, he's a very business-minded person. I like sitting at the computer all day and working on productions, and that balance and having someone to bounce ideas off of. So I would just say collaboration is kind of the key, at least for us, and it's worked up to this point.
Yeah.
Like we just talked about the Teddy tour, we collaborated with him and turned into that. Jake, same thing, and yeah.
Yeah, I would also say my last words of wisdom is just like be a good person.
Yeah.
I swear,
No one likes a jerk.
Yeah, we've worked with this sounds terrible. We've worked with less talented people, but are good people, and we want to work with them again. I think for us, not being an ass goes a long way. So.
Coming from true experts, I believe you. Fantastic.
Experts, but I appreciate that.
So you have a single coming out on April 15th, making tax day a little more exciding.
Oh my God,
for everybody.
Tax day? Wow.
Tax day?
Distract
Genius
everyone
marketing
from
plan.
genius.
That was exactly what we
Totally planned it
intended.
out that way.
Yeah.
Tell us about this new single. What can we expect?
Yeah, so it's called Lightning in a Bottle, and it's the first single off the new wave. It's a song that we worked on with our close friend and collaborator, Derek Furman. We did songs with him such as
No Choice.
Love Me Like a Friend. Was there another one we did with him?
Be Right There.
Be Right There, yeah. So we've done some, a few songs with him in the past, and it's a feel good song. It's the perfect song for us to start off this next wave, and maybe we'll play it on tour. We're still trying to figure that out. So
I think for us too, we've gotten to this world of like album mode and just like aesthetic for each album and a new phase, and we've had a whole nother phase of Fly By Midnight for this one that I guess can we talk about it? I guess we've teased that we're doing like the whole guyliner look, almost like Batman thing.
Yeah.
And for us, it's like it's pushing us out of our comfort zone. You know what I mean? It's something for people to really sink their teeth into and give an aesthetic. And for us, it's important, for the fans not to just appreciate the music, but really get the brand of what we're going for each cycle of music. So I think it's cool that we're trying to push for that, and hopefully people get it. If they don't, it's all good.
Yeah, I think a big part of our career is trying things, and I love that our fans have grown accustomed to like this next wave, like Slavo said, we really wanted to have a conversation of like, what can aesthetically we do different? Like what can visually we give our fans where they're like, whoa, this is not the last album, Silver Crane, this is something completely different. And the guyliner thing it made us feel like, can we pull this off? We did a test shoot with a badass makeup artist, and she's so sweet. Shout out Claire. And Claire taught us how to do our own makeup for the road life. If we are
working on it,
and we're still working on it every day.
Definitely not good at that.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how you guys do it. But yeah, it's all about pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, and I think Lightning in a Bottle is the perfect introduction to the next wave.
Incredible. Well, on May 6th here in Nashville, we will see the guyliner live and in person.
Yeah.
I'm marking my calendar.
I love it.
I'm so excited.
Pressure's on.
Slavo, Justin, thank you so much. Fly By Midnight with Hot 106.7. Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.